He's live. He's uncensored. And he's on the level.
He's Patrick Adam.
The Patrick Adam Show on Wavelength Radio.
About a skeleton. She looks like a skeleton. And I've told people this many times before, but they don't seem to agree. Nobody has agreed with me. And I've said that to quite a few people. And as far as Sean Connery goes, I'll take Schwartz for 500. What is a saber? Catherine Zeta, touching my specter of love. I enjoyed that. We can all only hope we end up like Sir Sean Connery. I'm Sir Sean Connery. Anyways, got an hour of time here to fill. Hopefully a couple of people are tuning in tonight. What I'm going to do right now is go to a quick song and then come right back to you. This is the Patrick Adam Show on Wavelength Radio. Thank you.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
He's live. He's uncensored. And he's on the level.
He's Patrick Adam.
The Patrick Adam Show on Wavelength Radio.
Hello, and welcome back to the Patrick Adam Show here on Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Throughout the course of the evening, if you have any email ideas, comments, concerns, I'd love to hear from you. coolwaveradio@gmail.com. You can go ahead and email me at any time with a comment you may have, and I might just talk about it if it's nice. And if it's not nice, I still probably will talk about it. I did a spot last week on the war in Iraq, and I was reading USA Today this week, as I read USA Today every day. I love picking up at Quick Trip, as you some of you may already know. And they're talking about these MRAPs. They're these like kind of like super Humvees, okay? Like there have been like 1,500 soldier deaths from these roadside bombs, and the Hummer will like roll over this bomb and then just bang, it'll blow right up. But of course, apparently these MRAPs, the roadside bombs will disable these vehicles, but they will not. Like I think there's been maybe one fatality from these vehicles, and Robert Gates is asking Congress Tuesday to allocate $1.3 billion. That's a lot of money to fast track some of these vehicles to get them to our troops. Apparently, he asked for this like 2.5 years ago, and I guess it's too expensive. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way, because how can you like put like a value on life, on human life? I'd be willing to seriously like pay X amount of taxes if we could get these out there fast enough for our troops. I mean, I'm not per se in support of what's going on over there, but I do support people. I do support human life. I do support growth. I support their families. I support what their families are going through. I support the children that they don't see. I support everything that happens to them. And I would personally take $10 a week out of my paycheck to help in that matter. I mean, I don't see what the big problem is. I don't see why there are so many problems with regards to this. You know that Bush is going to veto everything that goes through the House. He is. It's been happening for weeks and months and years. And he says, I'm going to veto that bill. Anything that says we're going to pull out, I'm going to veto. So why not just give them the money. It's like, why does there even have to be like a due process for that kind of thing? You know, why does it even have to be an issue? Why can't they just say, oh yeah, that's cool, because you know what, they save lives. In fact, you know, we'd probably have 1,499 more troops alive today if we had just used them all in the first place. And I just thought that was very interesting. And I mean, this is a sensitive issue to me now because I have a friend right now who's in North Carolina. I may have mentioned it last week. Excuse me, water time. Ah, I love water. It's so refreshing on the vocal cords. When I have the water, it makes me feel good. Anyways, this friend of mine, we're gonna call him Bob, even though that's not his name, because I'm not lucky enough to have a friend named Bob at all. I think that's a pretty cool name, like Bob Johnson, but he'll probably be deployed before Christmas. Let's just put it that way. And I emailed him 3 weeks ago, told him what was going on, shot him a quick email, and I just got a recent reply from him. And he said, yeah, the training's really hard because he's in his specialty training now. Like they have the normal boot camp, and they go through that, and then if they have a special area that they go into, they train from that. And I got an email from him, and it was really great to hear from him. And it just it kind of affects me because I met him in the theater. My first play at Glendale Community College, and this is Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. We're broadcasting from Phoenix, Arizona, by the way. Please feel free to give us any kind of email, coolwaveradio@gmail.com. Anyways, I was really just in awe of this gentleman from day one. I think he's a special person with special ability as an actor. As far as like his potential, I mean, I'm talking like Sidney Poitier. I'm talking like Denzel Washington. I'm talking like Don Cheadle. He sounds just as good, and he looks just as good as all those people. But he had what I suffer from, what a lot of people around me seem to suffer from that I know. Maybe that's why I have these friends. Is like a lack of motivation. And he told my best friend that. And this is third person, that he went into the military because he wanted to be a hero, because he always liked comic books, and he always wanted the opportunity to explore life in that way. And he thought that the military would be the best option for him. And I've always told him, I'm like, you belong in front of a screen on a stage with that beautiful voice and that beautiful talent. And I mean, that's where he belongs to me. I feel he's kind of out of place in the military, but I do support him nonetheless tremendously. And I don't think there should even be an option right now as far as if our president-elect, which most people elected this clown for like 8 years, voted for him, and he's going to veto this shit, then we need to just get on the ball and just support everything. I mean, we need to just get our guys the best care that they can, so they can come home and see their families. I mean, that's my personal opinion about the entire thing, and I wanted to share that short story with you people. So, anyways, my producer's saying something. I have no fucking clue what he's trying to say. I hate that when somebody's like looking at you and they're making hand gestures and they're doing things with their hands in their mouth, but you can't understand what they're doing. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hold and keep going. We're going to cut our throats. What was that? We're going to break. We're cutting throats and we're breaking things? What are we doing? What are we doing? So I'm going to go ahead and go to a break right now and play a little song for you. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to This is Wavelength Radio, Cool Wave Pictures. You're listening to the Patrick Adams Show.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.